Allie's Angels paintball team doesn't like me very much, but it looks like it's done now. All right. All right, I'm assuming you guys can hear me. Here we go. Doesn't look like there's any chat at all, but we've got 3 viewers going with 2 views. All right. Hey, everybody. Oh, looks like I left a little bit of stuff out of whack here. Anyway, welcome to the Popular Unknown Paintball Podcast. I am Steve, as I'm sure if you're already here, you already know. And yeah, I was doing some playing around with this layout of the podcast, so everything's a little mixed up. So let me just fix that right now. I thought I had that all fixed, but I guess I didn't. Anyway, welcome. I am very, very lucky tonight because I have 2 sets of guests on, which is a first for this, but they are all Allie Remembered Foundation related in a way. And you know what? I'm just going to bring them on and we are going to let everyone talk together. So here we have, all right. So I have, I don't like that one. There we go. That's better. So we have, below me, we have Andy Starrett, and to my left, we have Kenny Chavis and his beautiful daughter, Kaylyn. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yeah.
Yep.
Excellent. Did I pronounce the last name correctly as well?
Nobody actually pronounced our last name right. I'm used to it. It's actually Chavis, but
Chavis? Perfect.
Yep.
Well, yeah, but
whole entire life, man. It's all good.
I like to get it right. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And Andy, how good does it feel to have the podcast back up and going?
Well, that's awesome. I'm trying to figure out why I'm on the bottom. I'm usually on top, but it's okay.
Well, it's my show.
Well, that's true. It is your show.
So
I'll give you that one.
And if you had shown up on time, we could have started the podcast on time and I could have arranged things a little bit better. So the whole layout you guys are seeing right now, I literally did this in the last 3-4 minutes.
And yeah, but you can blame the truck driver that flipped his truck over in the middle of the highway.
Sorry, what happened?
So you can blame the truck driver that was flipping his truck over in the middle of the highway for that.
Well, that's never good.
No.
So for everybody that's wondering, no, we don't really have a full topic to discuss today, but Kenny, Kaylyn, Andy, and I, we all have one thing in common. We all have a lot going on with the Allie Remembered Foundation. Andy is Wampum Big Chief. Kenny is bringing a brand new team to the Allie Remembered Foundation fold. Kayla and Andy have played paintball together. Kaylyn, my apologies. Kaylee is Andy's daughter. You guys are allowed to yell at me too. You know that, right? He's going to start any second. So you guys just let fly because this is less podcast and this is more video chat that other people get to join us on.
Yep. Seriously, man, it's all good. Yeah, I'm bringing some of my guys here from the Quad Cities into the family right here. 100 proof. The team, unfortunately, there's not any full original guys on the team. I got one good pal who's a former Timberlord, and I told him to come tag along with us. His name's Chris Thomas. He was there pretty much the very beginning when we formed this back in like 2006,
right?
Late 2005. He played a couple amateur events with us called the Chi-Town series that they used to have at the Badlands back in the early 2000s. And I thought it would be great for him to tag along on this one right here, as well as baby girl Kaylyn right here.
Right. Now, bear with me one second. I'm just trying to, this is so much better. I just pulled my YouTube chat over. So now I'm not having to do this all the time to check the YouTube chat if something pops up. Win for me. All right. So, yeah, this is all new software for me. So if I start talking like that, everybody, please forgive me. I'm just learning as I go. So, what made you want to bring 100 proof back out?
Some of my pals here at the field, their team wasn't doing anything this year. They asked me if I wanted to go check out a couple events with them. So I told them I'm going to be busy with some of the other events I'm going to possibly try to make it to. And then about 2 days after the guys and I at the field were talking about that, I said, you know what? Screw it. Like, you guys want to do something? They're like, yeah. I'm like, we think about 100 proof. Old name, but new team, but old name. And they're like, all right, that's cool. I'm like, fellas okay with being a mechanical team? Like, yeah. I'm like, all right. So we got the ball going on it. Talked to a few people, and including you fellas right here, about what I was wanting to do. Some of the guys want to try to get down to Mechtastic, the June 7th event. I'm going to try to get that one going right there. And other than that, our big plans was the Fox IPO series to start off with this year. The 3-man, 5-man. If they can get enough guys for the 10-man, I think that'd be cool if they can do that.
Sorry, I made a mistake here. But I'm listening to it. 10-man, that sounds fantastic. All right, let's go back there because that's just confusing me. So
really, all this shows, Kenny, is that we're Steve's test dummies.
Yeah, that's 100% true.
That's how much he respects us. We're just test dummies.
That is.
Put on crash helmets.
That is not true. I respect you. Yes, you were test dummies, and I'm not lying about that. I admit that freely. But if I didn't respect you guys, you sure as heck wouldn't be on the show. Like,
we definitely appreciate
it too, man. Just so we're clear. So are you? So Kenny, are you and Kaylyn both MagFed players? Like, do you prefer MagFed, or do you paintball's paintball, or how do you guys like playing? Not MagFed. My apologies. Mechanical.
Yeah, years ago I used to ramp, but since I came back a few years ago, mechanical as well as the classic formats, that's what really pulled me back. So yeah, I'm all mechanical. And she tried ramping on a couple of my buddies' guns not too long ago. She'll even tell you it's not exactly her thing, and she wants to play mech with Dad.
Nice.
As well as everybody else she's met down there in Gateway.
So when you said
field.
I haven't been there, but I've heard good things. That's Bailey's, isn't it?
No. That's Tim Sklosh's field that we do the WCPL finals at.
I knew it was
the tournament fields. Yeah, the tournament fields for 10-man are awesome because it's Tim Sklosh, and he takes the time to manicure everything down to cutting the grass with toenail clippers. But his fields are off the hook too. He has put a lot of time and effort. We had so much fun going over there and playing rec after the event. I was just like, man, they're well maintained as well.
Yeah, I would have loved to stay around and play the other activities after the event. I had to get the rental car home in time before I was charged double for it.
Right.
So, yeah, I've never been. Apparently, I'm not good enough to be part of the band or anything like that. So, to all of y'all. But
talk to Freddie.
Guys, in 2022, I wasn't on a team. I just reached out to Fred, asking some questions about WCPL. That was when that league was just starting, and we just kept on chatting, became pals. Told him, hey, you by any chance know anybody looking for a team looking for players down there? And he said, yeah, I think it was Team Gateway, where it was one of the teams that everybody slapped together right there. And I think it was Team Gateway at that time. And I get down there, I meet the guys, and Fred asked me if I wanted to run with the band. I'm like, yeah, I'd love to do that.
Nice.
Yeah, I actually ran the Team Gateway for the first time that they put him in as 10-man.
Yep.
First loss, because he's like, one of the band members helped run this team. They want to try out 10-man. I was like, sure.
Nice.
Just 10-man.
So you were talking about Chi-Town and Badlands. You guys are located. Kenny, you're located in, I want to say, Iowa. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And so when you talk about Badlands, are you talking about and China, are you talking like Chicago, Illinois? Like,
Yes, the Chicago field.
now how far away is that from you, ballpark?
I think that's around 2.5, maybe 3 hours at most.
Okay, well that's
Yeah.
fair.
It wasn't too bad. And Rob or Team Fox is only like just barely 2 hours from my doorstep right here.
All right. So the reason why I ask is you're going from state to state. If I was to leave, like when I lived in Windsor, it's 2 hours to drive to London, Ontario, another 2 hours to drive to Toronto, another 4 hours to keep going all the way to Ottawa, and you still haven't even covered half the distance of Ontario. Like, not even close. Like, huge. So when you guys talk about states, I know that there's like little zips and kitty corners depending on where you live. So I wasn't sure how close you were to. Plus, I didn't have the benefit of American schooling, so the naming of the states and their capital cities and where they're located, and like there's Canada and our province, and then there's the Yankees down south. Unless you're in Windsor, because if you're in Windsor, Detroit's actually north of you, believe it or not. It's actually under Detroit.
Oh.
So what are you guys looking forward to doing this year?
Just get out, shoot some paint as much as I can. Same for her too.
Yeah, but was there anywhere specific you guys wanted to go? Anything you're looking forward to?
I have to say the biggest event, it's at the end of the year, and it's down there at Gateway.
Now that the WCPL one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if Gateway did something else.
Actually, there is I think the first Mechtastic event that's with Next Gen, I think that's game 1 down there on their hyperball fields.
Okay. Nice.
Yep.
Might be. Yeah.
So Kaylyn.
I don't know. I don't go out there unless it's WCPL, so I don't know.
Yeah.
So Kaylyn, are you abusing Andy's EMEC? Like just beating it?
Well, my EMAC, that's her EMAC.
So for those of you who don't know, Andy, do you want to tell anybody about the EMAC?
The Allie remembered one of 4 EMACs. That
apparently I wasn't good enough for one of those either.
Well, we tried to get more bodies made, but then he seemed to have like folded up. So I'll get Simon to do some, and you'll get one of those instead. Make Tom
I'm
jealous.
just joking. I'm just a paintball whore. That's just how it goes. I admit it freely. So how is it?
Yeah,
how is it working for you, Kaylyn? So I apologize. Just to be clear, your name and his daughter's name are so close. I'm going to mix them up constantly. But I know the two of you are different. Just so we're clear.
Yeah, Kaylyn, what do you think?
How you enjoying it? Like, you have my permission to hit him. Like, I can always just edit it out after the fact. I'm all for a little bit of WWE wrestling. Like, just
you can just put in the big Hulk fist and then the kapow with the stars flying, like an old comic. That'd be cool.
If I was to get up, I actually have Hulk fists right there.
Oh, yeah.
Gordon got them when he was 4. He's almost 16 now, and he doesn't want me to get rid of them. He just loves them. Like it's the funniest thing. He'll be like, he'll knock on whatever, like, "Hey, Dad," and he still walks around with Hulk fists every now and then. He's gonna lynch me for saying that, but it is what it is.
It's all good.
So, has anybody ever asked you about your marker, Kaylyn? Got it right. Pardon?
A few times.
Oh, yeah? What do they say?
They say it's cool.
Typical
cool.
paintballers very rarely talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Just look at it. Well, nice. Sweet.
A lot of them don't know what paintball is with the people I talk to, and they ask about it.
Oh, you're talking about off the field?
Yeah, I'm talking about off field.
I think he was asking about what some of the other players thought
I'm
about
both. Anything. Like,
Rob's jealous.
I beg your pardon?
You say Rob's jealous.
Yeah. Rob told me.
Oh.
Rob Walker?
Which Rob are we talking about?
Yeah, it's got to be Rob Walker. That's the only Rob.
So do you go up to Fox Paintball often?
Once a year. I'm working on getting our newly formed team to go up there and practice with them a
All
little
right.
bit
Well,
more.
when you guys go next, I want you to reach out to me, and I'll reach out to Hanson, and I will tell him I don't care if he owns it. Kaylyn has to have permission to use Beast, and that is
yeah.
my custom 68 Automag that I built from scratch from like a $40 pawn shop find. And the thing is, one of the most glorious purple paintball markers that you've ever seen. This idiot licked it.
Yep.
Licked it.
Yeah, he wanted it to be his, so he licked it. He licked it, it was his. Anyway, I
Hey,
got
you're the
it
one
back.
that put on Fred and licked Fred's jacket, so you know.
I didn't lick Fred's jacket. I wore it around, so it smells like Canadian maple sweat, but
Mm-hmm.
you know. But yeah, I'll make sure that Hanson lets you give that thing a whirl. It's gone through some of the best gun techs in North America before Rob Hanson got to it, and the thing is just a beast.
That sounds like a beast.
Have you seen pictures of it?
I think I may have seen one. Didn't you have a video floating around on YouTube where he had it
Mm-hmm.
shooting?
Still
also,
there.
I think I
Yeah.
came across that not too long ago, actually.
Yep. Yeah, if you dig deep into my Popular Unknown podcast channel, you go deep down, there's actually one video where I get it for the $40, and I just talk about it, and I think I named it Deuce because it was black, and I already have one Blackie, so I named it Deuce, and then it got sent to. I sold the body off to a local friend. I was able to get a purple body from Jake from Bearded Works and a bunch of other gear, and then it got sent straight to Sandman went straight to Airgun Designs, and he completely built that thing from scratch. And then from there, I believe it went to Andy. It went to Caesar in Detroit, and he completely boom treated it the whole bit. And then from there, it went to Andy, and then I picked it up from Andy in Pittsburgh, I believe.
But it works really good because I touched it, so that's all that matters. Forget the rest of the band teammates that already touched it. It was all me.
So, what are the goals of 100 Proof? Which is the reason why I had you guys on. The basic reason was I knew you're starting a brand new team. I figured we'd talk about 100 Proof a little bit. It's my understanding that 100 Proof is falling into the Allie Remembered Foundation corral, if you will, because we're all a bunch of jackasses. So I guess it's a corral.
My goal, honestly, I just want to see how far it can go.
Like what kind of how far are you talking? Like, are you talking size? Are you talking tournaments? Are you talking like talk to me
about the size and every event we can make it to.
Nice.
But I did tell all the guys, though, when it comes to WCPL, I play at the band.
See, I don't know if I like that. And don't get me wrong, nothing against the band. They're a bunch of elitist pricks. But
they're a bunch of old guys.
True. But if you start a team and you build it into a family, like you're always part of the band, but if 100 Proof and the band show up, I would normally think that you would stay with 100 Proof because the band has a rotating roster. Really?
Yeah, but at the same time, I know where some of the guys at 100 Proof's going to be running to, though. I'll tell the band that. Say, hey, put 3 ropes over this way, you'll get 3 or 4 guys right off the break. See?
That would require half the team to get up close enough to shoot them first.
Very true. Very true.
Because, me and you and a couple of the others, obviously, well, we could try to shoot all 10.
Yeah.
For the record, I've had Andy covering me behind me, and the paint flying past my head is freaky. It's awesome, but it's freaky. Because that paint just comes like, like turning on a fire hose. It's just, wow.
It's a good time though, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, paintball's always a good time.
Of course it is.
So, and if you don't mind my asking, I mean, I know Andy and I are a couple of really cool dudes. I can't speak for everybody else on the other end. No, it's not true. Everybody's cool.
All right.
But what is it that made you want to have the 100 Proof join the Allie Remembered Foundation? Like, what was the draw for that?
I wanted to do something, whatever I could here in my region.
Okay, well, since I've got you here, why don't you explain what the Allie Remembered Foundation is for people that may not know? Because, I mean, this podcast hasn't been rolling for a while, and I'm not saying other podcasts don't cover the Allie Remembered Foundation, but I cover it more than most. So,
well, you're also a board member too, but you know.
Yeah, but that's recent.
Well, you've been there from the start. So
I have been, but I just didn't have a vote.
No, the Allie Remembered Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit that is dedicated to doing domestic and teen dating violence awareness, education, survivor support, things like that. That's all encompassing. We don't have we're not big enough yet to run like 24-hour call-in, lines or have a shelter, things like that, or be able to offer counseling services and stuff. That's just all yet with that. But we go out and educate, and of course we go out and help people that come from calls coming in, websites, players from our chapter teams know somebody, different things like that. Even Kenny knows how this works, and we'll do whatever it takes, because we kind of left you get a lot of nonprofits will boil down to like, here's our mission statement, and they stick to kind of doing one thing, which is great because that's how it should work.
Right.
We kind of were like, yeah, we'll focus on teen dating violence and helping kids and stuff like that. But at the same time, we just left it open for emergencies because people need help. And it was kind of hard back in the beginning to just say, oh, sorry, we just do like teen dating violence stuff. Never mind, you're getting beat up and you need to escape and get to a safe house or something. We can't help you type thing. That was just a vote that was like, nope, we'll help anybody that we can. And we've just left it open that way ever since.
Yeah.
For that. So
it's heartbreaking when we have to turn somebody down for whatever reason.
No, we've never turned anybody down. So
there was that. I won't get into it here. This is not the time or the place. I'd like to point out,
if they're not
Andy,
eligible, yes, but
I'd also like to point out, Andy, that while everything you said is 100% true, in your, let's call it downtime, like you have any, but all the stuff that you guys do with police officers buying stuff for kids and the food giveaways and all the community work you do in and around the Aurora/Denver area, like this above the whole domestic violence that nobody ever hears about. It's not something we talk about, but I just want to make sure that you know that as well.
Well, yeah, like we have our Allie's Angels holiday program that we started doing. I think, was that 3 years ago? Something like that. That was just an idea one day, like, hey, we should go help out some people for Christmas. That's because the local 18th Judicial here, that's the bigger part of the Arapahoe County court system that handled Allie's case, used to do a program called One Place that I'm trying to revive it. We just got to see if we can get our ducks in the row for the right buildings. But what the advocates there at the DA's office came up with One Place was bringing food for like a food bank, baby clothing, diapers, stuff like that, clothes, attorneys, banks, the different things that somebody would need in all those situations, and they bring them in every couple weeks, once a month, at a building. And this was pre-COVID actually, and they had their list of hundreds of people that had court cases there in the 18th, because it's a large court system. And these people would show up and they would hand them bags of food, and they'd go over and talk to attorneys, and go over to somebody from the bank and set up a new bank account and do all these things, hence the name One Place. It was a one-stop shop for kind of all that stuff that got us into doing that. But then COVID hit and couldn't really do much, and they had to kind of stop doing that for a while, and then the DAs changed. So that's why we're trying to revive that. But that gave us the idea for like the Alley's Angels, because we're like, I know all the advocates. We worked with them and we're in contact with them constantly. And everybody over there at the DA's office, and they're telling me, hey, we got, families and stuff, but we're not doing One Place, but these families, can't afford nothing. And rightfully so, especially if it's a mom that just got out with 2 kids and is living somewhere else. And maybe there's a divorce going on, or they're hiding from the abuser, whatever the case may be. Give us the idea to, well, let's just go take care of a bunch of these people and get them, gifts for the kids, and for that mom or dad, because it's men are included too. Gave us the idea. We started doing it. And well, this last holiday season, we had, what was it, 15 families and 32, I want to say it was almost 40 kids that we went shopping for.
Yep.
And we had so many carts, and we pre-planned it where we went into Walmart. The Walmart manager at the one here by my house gave us our own cashier.
Yep.
So it's just because we needed it, because we had so many carts going on that we broke the register buying stuff, because it went up to, I don't think it was really the dollar amount that broke it, but the amount of items she was scanning. It obviously times out somewhere where it won't scan anymore, which I've never seen at a Walmart before, but we managed to pull it off. And it just froze up, and it was like, we got to start all this again. Managed to save it, and they're like, okay, let's pay that half of it and then start scanning again to get all the carts through. But, and then of course all that stuff comes back to my house every year, and then everybody shows up and wraps everything, puts, the things, they're ready to go into the Christmas tree. And then me and Tom and everybody else go out and hand deliver these things to the families. And then, we
I
get
so
back.
wish I could join in for stuff like that.
It's a blast. It's a lot of work that day, because it's a day of shopping and wrapping. But like, we'll get pizzas and, all that kind of stuff. And my whole basement behind me and my wife's art area and all that just becomes a gigantic elf workshop.
Yep.
Trying to get everything done. And it takes us, hours to get it all wrapped and then bagged, moved upstairs with the information for the families. And then you got to go back and contact them and say, hey, we got presents and stuff like this. What's the delivery address? Or do you want to come here? But overall, it's rewarding, because you've helped all these kids, which is, they're all, and then they're not all teens. They're all, most of them are younger, but they're
Right.
teens, but they're all victims. Well, we use the word survivor, not victim.
Yep.
Victims are for the ones that die.
Don't make it. Exactly.
In our realm,
Yep. That's
places just
yeah.
call it victim. That's the word everybody around the world knows. But it's satisfying to go spend thousands of dollars and do
Survivor
all that.
implies hope and new beginning, and I think it's important that we use that word.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why we never went with victim. Allie was a victim, but she's no longer around, type of a thing. But it's rewarding, to be able to do that and get some of the pictures back, Christmas morning, of some of these kids, be it, younger or older, with the smiles on their faces, knowing that, hey, for that one day, no matter what kind of pain and suffering and trauma they've been through, which is there, because that's part of the whole thing, unfortunately, to see that they had that one day of just, smiles on their faces, and the moms, just, hey, Santa was here, type of a thing, just makes all the months worth of doing that worth the effort.
Absolutely.
So we'll get you down here to do it one day.
So while we were talking, Hanson said, evening guys, what's up, Andy? And now it's mine. So I'm assuming he's talking about Beast. So I guess he heard all that talk. So Kaylyn. Got it right again. Yes, me. Go, Steve. Go. I'm fairly certain he'll let you take that thing for a spin next time you're at Fox.
Of
And
course they will.
Nikki from Destiny Midwest just said, "Hey,
Anna.
I'm not sure if she's still watching or
Oh, yeah.
not. I don't have that ability to see who's online, but I think that's cool. Nikki is my team captain of Destiny Midwest. That's all, folks. My
Oh,
team
Nikki?
captain
Yeah.
of Destiny Midwest in Chicago.
Oh, yeah, I know Nikki. Hi, Nikki.
Yeah. So.
And Adam. Don't forget Adam.
Yeah, but he's not watching. He didn't say anything. Oh,
So they're married.
Robert just said most definitely. I always have it with me. So there you go.
I'll lick it next.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear what Kaylyn said. She's got her. What?
She said gun next.
I pardon?
She says she's gonna lick the gun next.
Fair.
That's gonna become a thing, Rob. Like Adam's here too, Nikki said. But that's gonna become a thing, I think. Lick beast for luck.
Right.
YouTube, please don't ban me for that.
No, I think you're good there.
Oh, I think we're okay. Anyway, the reason why I asked about what Ali Remember Foundation did, and I asked about what your goals were for 100 Proof was, I think, and Andy, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's one of our hopes that Ali Remember Foundation teams start trying to do stuff in the community for themselves. And I wasn't sure if you guys had any plans for doing a little bit of community work, spread the word of paintballers are good kind of thing for 100 Proof.
Yeah, we're gonna do what we can do around here because I definitely want to get the word out about Ali Remember Foundation. We talked to Andy about that a few times right there, and I like to see what the team can do too. We just haven't had a chance to all sit down and get together yet because field's not 100% open yet. We'll be open soon for the season, and yeah, I want to have a good sit down with the boys here at home and figure out what all we can do. Whether possibly have just something set up at the field where, hey, you guys go to this site right here, donate, or if you know somebody that needs help, let them know about this. But
we'll start getting the action packs out too.
And yes,
we'll probably get obviously I'm getting ready to ship a couple of those to your address for your lovely wife to keep them in the car when she's out Lyft driving and taking people to shelters. But it'll probably be somewhere we'll get them out to. Colorado don't necessarily need it because all the teams are out at Dynamic and that's our home field, so that's easy. But the ones that are outside the state, get them at least one that stays in the possession. So if they come across something, which a lot of the people we help come across players from our chapter teams, they'll be able to deliver them an action pack and, give them something quickly to that. Or we're going to task all the teams to help us get with their local law enforcement and first responders in their areas with, give me a contact, et cetera. I don't care if you have to walk into the police station and be like, hey, I represent this nonprofit. They want to talk to your, domestic violence unit or whatever officer. Smaller towns don't always have those.
Yeah.
Work with that stuff because they want to get you some support, packs for the department to be able to hand out, type of a thing. So they're all going to get tasked with that here pretty soon.
I may lose my board position because I will never call them an action pack. Ali Remembered Foundation is ARF, which is ARF. And so for me, I will always call them ARF bags because that's just funny.
I like that.
Well, you could do that, but, it clearly says action pack that you can't change on that. So,
Wait, Andy, I have a whole lot of passcodes. I can't change it. Just so we're clear, I won't, but I can.
That file's hidden.
I just find it funny, and this is just the irony of it is Popular Unknown Paintball Podcast is PUP, PUPP. and Allie Remembered Foundation is ARF, ARF. So Pup and ARF, they just go together. Like it just works. By the way,
Like
Adam
spaghetti
says
and pop.
hello, and he's like, oh, we got somebody named Shart saying yes, so I'm not sure who that is.
That's me. I was replying to Nikki right there.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, Charts is one of my gamer tags and pretty much all my games.
Yeah, there you go.
Isn't that like another word for skid mark?
Very
Like-
close.
Like, sorry,
Yeah.
just
Next name Glitter Sharts.
I couldn't hear what she said. I'm sorry.
So what are sharts?
Think about a
Sharts are.
Yeah,
I
I
said they
made
have
these
the
names
Xbox.
quite a while ago, and some of the gamer tags and stuff, as well as some emails I have too. I kind of regret being in my 40s when I'm like, one of my emails is my main email. I probably shouldn't say the name right here on YouTube, but I was just like, oh my god, I'm signing my car information with this email.
All right, so Rob Hansen said, I'm not getting anyone else's comments to show in chat. I'm sorry, Rob. We'll have to look into that after the fact. It's not something I can do right now. And Nikki says we can band together and try to set something up to get donations to donate somewhere. There are a domestic violence charity right near us. I'm sure that's typed really, really fast. If I tried to break it down with a little bit of punctuation stuff, I could figure that out a little bit better. But thank you, Nikki. I get the gist of it, and we appreciate the offer.
Yeah, exactly. We love Nikki.
Nikki's the best. Nikki and Adam are great.
Yeah, they're both.
Is Nikki the one making headbands?
No, that's Patrina across the ocean.
Yeah, Patrina's really cool too.
Yes,
And
she is.
then,
Oh, yeah.
and then you should really meet Kat Hazelwood as well.
I knew he was going to say that. Like, you need to meet Kat.
She's nuts, and I mean that in the most affectionate way possible.
I think I know.
Yeah, but she's awesome too. So yeah, it's all good.
Absolutely, fellow Canadian.
She does a lot of the media, doesn't she? Like
She
photography and stuff like that.
yes. Kat's Kat. If I tried to describe her, it would come off condescending, but I don't mean it in that way, shape, or form at all. She is an original person, and
Mhm.
she's just honest to a fault, and she's happier behind a camera than behind a paintball gun. When you get into electronic guns and fights and things like that, they get a little chaotic, and she doesn't enjoy that. She enjoys playing pump paintball a little bit at a much slower pace and just having more fun. So she's happiest behind a camera, but she's a big part of the paintball community here in Ontario. Well, actually, I guess on the States now too. Like, Kat's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And
A lot
she
of
has
people know.
she has her own little side hustle making headbands and toques and things like that. By the way, a toque is what we call a beanie up here, where
Toque.
yeah, no, toque. it's a French word, but that's what we call what you guys call like a beanie. It's like a knitted hat with the pom pom and stuff. They're toques.
Okay.
So with or without pom poms doesn't matter. We just call them toques. Anyway, so Catwoman has special toques, and she really loves doing tie-dye shirts and tie-dye headbands, and she stitches them all herself, and her stuff is absolutely amazing. Just
You should have seen her at the World Cup when we brought Fred back when we did the youth division.
she would have
And, you know,
geeked right out.
That's when I was torturing Fred when I kept giving him the heavier bag of handouts. I'm like, you're the one that's, in the Hall of Fame, and you're the captain, so you get the heavier bag full of stuff to hand out. I'm just the guy carrying the second bag, even though I'm the one that arranged it all. But that's okay. But Kat was there because she's always there.
Yeah.
And she comes walking by, and I'm like, Kat. She's like, looking at Fred like, "Oh my God, it's Fred," and started crying when they introduced her to Fred. It was just like, because she's that authentic.
Yeah.
That
Kat's emotions are on full display at all times. If she
oh yeah,
likes you, she loves you. If she doesn't, you'll know it. She's just one of the single greatest personalities on this planet.
Sweet.
She's one of those people that brings light and joy wherever she goes. And when the planet loses her, humanity will just get a little bit dimmer. She's just one of those people. And that's the
I felt
only way I
bad.
can describe her. Pardon?
I felt bad at Cup last year because we were headed over to the field early in the morning. The MacDeb booth and everything opened up, and there was this person walking down the road, kind of down by where the fountain is, and it looked like Cat. She had all the camo and everything on, and we come hauling by, and I was like, "Damn, I think that was Cat." But we got down the road so fast and we couldn't stop, and there's nowhere to turn around. We got in and opened that, and she comes walking by, and I'm like, "Don't tell me that was you walking down the road back there that I should have stopped and picked up." Of course, I wasn't driving, but
Right.
she was like, "Yeah, that was me." I was like, "Damn it, I knew it. I should have stopped and grabbed."
She sounds like
yeah.
If you want, I'll introduce you guys on Facebook. Kat would love to meet
Wait.
y'all.
I don't have my phone at the moment. It's dead.
Well, he didn't mean like right this second.
No, obviously not right this second. I'm just saying in
No,
general.
what color?
Yeah,
She sent me she custom made a tie-dye t-shirt for me, and it breaks my heart because I'm an extra large and it was a large that she sent me, and I know dad bods are in, but they're not in that much.
All right.
The look on your face, Kaylyn, is exactly why I don't wear it.
Yes, I did.
Oh, bonus. Anywho. Oh. So, have we covered just about everything that needs to be covered for tonight's show? Like, was there anything anybody wanted to talk about or questions?
What about
Holy
you, honey?
smokes, I've lost track all credits. Or not credits, chat.
I just told Kat we're talking about her, and she's like, "No way, nothing bad, I hope."
Oh, did you text her?
Bad at all. I hope to see you at the field one of these days.
Hopefully one day soon. Yeah, there's I don't get into politics on the show as a rule, but with all the trade war tariff stuff, it has extremely adversely affected my personal work. So I am very, very, very. I'm on a very, very, very tight budget. Let's put it that way. And so traveling at this point, I can't even speculate. A lot of people are losing jobs. A lot of people are being laid off. None of it's making the news because of the election about to happen, and media is being very, very surgical about what it will and will not show. So it's
politics go. So
I beg your pardon?
So that's how politics get played in the media.
Yep.
That's a whole nother show.
That is a whole nother show, and it'll never be on mine. But
all right.
All right. Well, why don't we wrap everything up here? It was a pleasure, Kaylyn and Kenny, having you guys on. Adam. Andy. I know who you are. It's late. I'm getting tired. It's been a day.
Thank you very much for the invite.
I beg your pardon?
Thank you very much for the invite tonight.
Well, I've wanted to have you on for a while now, to be honest. I just wanted to get my show up and running. Did you guys, by any chance, pop up YouTube so you could see what the show actually looked like?
Yeah, that's why our heads keep going up like towards my monitor right here. We're coming back down.
Nice. What do you think of the look of the new show?
I like it. I like it a lot.
And for those of you that don't know, in order for me to get this show the way it looks, I actually have everybody on a different piece of software, and then I import that software into this software. I won't go into the details. If you have questions, reach out to me. I'll happily answer how I do the show so you can upgrade your show if you want. But yeah. Oh, we got a whole lot of things going on. Cliff saying, damn, I missed it. That's okay, Cliff. Nice thing about it being on YouTube is that you can always go back to the beginning. Cliff, by the way, is an absolutely amazing legend in paintball.
Yep.
I don't think he gets the credit he deserves. He was, I believe, don't quote me, but I believe he was the first person to have an international reffing team that would bounce from Canada to the United States and vice versa. And he did big games and tournaments, and that was the Discipline Lords. And I was lucky enough to be a part of the Discipline Lords in 98 and 99.
So we have Lords of Discipline down here, but you had to switch it up in Canada and call it Discipline Lords.
Well, the Lords of Discipline eventually became, I want to say Aftershock. No, Master Blasters. Or was it Aftershock? Either way.
Shock. I can't remember.
It was the Blasters or Shock. I forget which, but it had to be Blasters because they were a New York team, and Aftershock's a Chicago team.
Yeah, we call Kevin and ask him.
Yeah, but because it was a reffing team, you could always recognize us for red jerseys with a big yellow dragon
Target
on it. So, yeah. All right. So let me just. Cliff said that is true. Anyway, I don't think Cliff gets a lot of the recognition that he deserves because he really revolutionized.
Aftershock.
Pardon?
Fred's saying Aftershock.
Oh, is Fred saying Aftershock? Okay.
Yeah.
I can see Fred's messaging me on Facebook, but I've got that tab buried under a bunch of other tabs because this software, as much as I love it, especially how I'm making it look, it's a little more complicated than running StreamYard like I
but
used
now I
to.
got to put you up like 5 or 6 monitors right there, so you can just have it all going on. Like
well, I have 2 monitors, but like I said, I got my laptop there, and then I've got this nice monitor here, by the way, which was graciously donated to me by this guy around Christmas time because I wanted
to get the show back online.
Yeah. Well, the show was going online no matter what. This just makes it so much better, so much easier. I just love it. So big thanks for me coming back. Big thanks goes to this guy right here. This guy. This right below. Look below my finger. This guy. There we go. You tool. So anyway, I think it's time to say goodbye. Any parting words, Andy?
No, no, because I could just keep talking, so I better not.
Fair enough.
It's all good. But, thanks for having me on and everything. So
well, you're always welcome on. Kaylyn, any final words other than I'm an idiot for getting your name wrong constantly?
Did you say that?
I don't know.
It's fine. Just goodbye works.
right.
Kenny, any final words?
It's good the show's working. Man.
Thank you very, very much, guys, for everything, as well as letting me be on the show tonight too.
You're gracing me. Thank you for being on the show. If I didn't have guests, there'd be no point in going live. So this show is more for you guys than it is you're the star. I'm just the storyteller. So thank you guys so much.
As long as those checks, clear when we go to cash them, it's all good.
I'm sorry, what was that? You know what? Save it.
As
I'll just watch it on the replay. All right,
as
guys.
long as the checks cash.
All right. So yeah, Adam's saying hit that like button. So please, guys, if you can, I don't say this enough. Please subscribe to the Popular Known Paintball Podcast on YouTube, and if you can, please share. It's no fun doing this if nobody's watching. I'll do it anyway, but it's more fun if I get to share my enjoyment with everybody else. So with that in
Sure.
mind, thank you, everybody. Keep your paint dry. And as always, what was that again? Play with passion.
Hey, look, now, Steve, you can get it right.
Oh, hey.
Kaylyn, Kylie.
So that's Kaylee.
Kylie.
All right, now I'm messed up. I got to end it. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Talk to y'all later. Ciao.